Before the paper, I knew they would say, and I knew by the looks on their faces. Niggas mad cause I did what they wouldn't do, say what I couldn't do. Look, bitch, I made it. More I made it. Came a long way from the basement. Body on me, I ain't playing, y'all. These niggas ain't playing fair. If I would've known better, I'd do better. Took some mess and I learned from a new level. Bought some new shovels and some new stressors, and I'm ready for war like whoever. They counted me out, I can't count it all. Cause little nigga, I ball. I put them points on the board every time that I shoot, I'ma score, and you know I'm a dog. I'm really appalled, don't need no applause. I know I'm a legend, my name on the wall. First record with platinum, my second with gold. Did it independent, no deal at all. And they said it's impossible. Got them hot cause I did them without them though. I'm the same nigga, slept on the carpet floor. Even back then I knew that I'd be poppin', so I really ain't trippin'. I swear I ain't trippin'. I got in my feelings and got me a million. Couple people I thought would be with me, but they not, so it's fuck all them niggas. And then you next.
Hello world, what's good with everybody, man? What's going on, man? For sure, we in here, man. We definitely got my guy Brian Norman Jr. stepping through the new WBO welterweight champion of the world, man. We definitely got him coming through, man. And of course, we got to talk about it. I want to know what delay was of him receiving the belt from Bud Crawford. And I had some people that actually hit me up today and say that, man, you know what? Kind of feel bad for Brian Norman because this fight was almost 2 months ago, nearly almost 2 months ago, and he's just now receiving the full belt, which means that somebody been holding up the division. I don't even know if Bud Crawford has let the other belts go at the weight division as well. But what I will say is this: I did speak with Coach Red and those guys. They did tell me that Brian would definitely be receiving those belts after. It was announced that Crawford will be fighting at 54. But my only question was, why did it take so long for him to receive? Why did it take so long to say, well, we're going to just relinquish the belts? That's almost like holding up the division. Am I right or wrong? Or am I the only person who see it like that? But welcome, guys. Welcome in, man. And we back for the second day in a row. Got to space my days out and things of that nature so that way we can, continue to keep this thing going. Got to welcome everybody inside the building, man. We got Black Martial Arts Society. What's good with your focus ball in the building, man? Just do. That's my guy right there. 1,000%, man. Say, let's go for sure. Corey, new fat boy. What's going on with you, man? What's good? Hotep Shalom, what's good? Salute, OG Tay. Glad you back with the facts. Yeah, man. Yeah, like I said before, I'm not sure if he was in here the other day. I definitely took a step back. Of course, my daughter now, she's 21 months. Got another daughter on the way. So, man, listen, sometimes it's hard to, I'm not gonna say it's hard for me to come up here every day because it's not, but it's hard when I'm trying to give value information and people question it. Now, and again, of course, I don't know everything. I don't pretend to know everything, but people question it as if, oh, it's wrong. You said this and said that. Yes, things gonna change. Things gonna change, but I try to give my sauce, my spill, my intel, my intake on what's going on. So sometimes it's just hard, and it can be discouraging sometimes when you got people trying to, say this or say that, and just want to be negative, But like I said before, meeting those wonderful brothers and sisters from the LDBC this past weekend kind of gave me some motivation, and I appreciate that as well. Stomach B man, the sensei, was good with you. The OG Mr. Munt. The OG Mr. Munt, my guy, what's good with you, man? What's good with you? Let me see. Let's see a little bit. You should have just sent it. Yeah, man. I just texted him, so we'll see what's going on with him. Jose Diaz, what's good with you, man? He said strange situation. Yeah, it's definitely a strange situation. Trill Will, what's good with you? Salute, brother. What's going on? So children makes things better. Yeah, for sure, man. Congratulations on the new baby. Man, come on, Mark. Yeah, it's on the way, man. I got another girl on the way, man. So I love my girls. PJ's Big Dog was good with you for sure. Oh, there he is. There's the new WBO, the welterweight champion. What's good with you, champ?
What's good with your boss, man?
Man, shit, man, chilling, man. You know how we do it, man. Just chilling, man. Hey, man, I got to get right to it. Got to get right to it. One of the first questions that I got for you, and I'm not saying this to be messy or anything in nature, but I want to know what took so long for you to receive the recognition and the belt from the WBO. Because
No, just
how I look at it, I know that Crawford was the champion. We all knew they was moving up.
mm-hmm.
In my eyes, we always talk about people holding up the division. I think that's holding up the division.
It definitely was holding up the division, but I don't think it was like no purposeful. Let me, you know what I'm saying, to hold everybody back. Thing. I don't think it was nothing like that for real, for real.
Yeah, I don't think that. But see, he also has another belt, which he's still the champion at 147 right now.
Which one?
My thing is, I think it's the WBA. My
Uh,
thing is, if you're the champion and you went up, what is he holding on for it for? If you're going
Hey,
up.
I just work here, boss. I don't know what he got
Nah,
going
for
on.
sure. I get it, but I look at it because we can get things. We can now that I seen the WBA not IBF rankings come out today, right? And I'm only saying this
Mm,
because I seen the rankings come out today for the IBF. I see that kind of being moved up to number 4
yeah.
in the WB in IBF. We
Mm-hmm.
all know that Jerome Boots Ennis hold the IBF,
Mm-hmm.
and that could possibly be a big fight for him. In the WBA, you have them guys over there standing on. Of
Yeah,
course, Stan's
standing
been
on
waiting.
it.
He been waiting for a while. So it's like, what are we doing here? Are we holding it up, or I'm just curious because I know he's went on. He's done great things at 47 names up to 54. I'm just a little curious, like, damn, what we waiting on? Why are we holding up
I
the belt?
don't know what we waiting on. It just probably the organizations are still people. Like who actually run everything is still people.
Mm,
So it might be like a little friendship relationship type thing, not trying to make it a bad relationship. So Crawford probably just not saying anything on the situation. And they
right.
not trying to have a bad rep with Crawford or anything like that. So
Ah,
they
so
just
I
not
didn't look
making
at it like
anything
that.
possible. That's just a thoughts. It's not a guarantee. That's what it could be. Like I said, they
Right.
still people, still trying to have that relationship.
Right. Nah, it's good you say it like that because I didn't look at it like that. And sometimes I can get ahead of myself because I'm not gonna say I want things right now, but I like
Yeah.
things to get done, especially when I know we got some moving, we got some things moving, we got some moving pieces at 147 now. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? We still got Cody Crowley, right? We still got him. Well, we still got Buativ. We got a couple names, and I actually named a couple names off yesterday. Of course, Earl Spence, he's moving up, right? But we still
Hmm.
got some major players at 147.
Yeah.
I actually just recently seen you on an interview with Jaleel Hackett. Now,
Hmm.
and that's what I mean. See, Jaleel Hackett, WBA, that
Hmm.
belt is being held up. He just won a significant fight. Maybe he can potentially fight for WBA. So that's what
Yeah.
I mean by things being held up. So, like I said, I was mixing it up. But man, forget all that right now. How are you doing, man? What you been up to?
Ah man, I've been chilling, been training like the champ that I
Yeah,
am. You know what I'm saying? That's all I
yeah, yeah,
can do. Make sure me and mine are straight.
for sure. For
Hmm.
sure. No, for sure. Uh since winning the belt, man, how has life been since winning the belt? And of course, WBO announcing you as their champion. How has life been? Has it changed for you? Is the recognition better? Of course, like we talked before, and all the females coming. Man, let us know inside your world how's things been going.
So it had been a whole lot of publicity with winning the belt and stuff like that. So it's a good with it and it's a bad with it. It depends on how you deal with it. That's the main thing. So all
Right.
this stuff coming at you, that's cool. That's everything. How do you collect it and how do you receive that information? And how do you act off that information? Like whatever coming at you. So with me, it's still the same thing. Like I'm still beefing down the street and all that kind of stuff. Like, you still hit me up anytime. I'm still, what's up with you? Everything cool. But for the most part, I ain't gonna lie. Regarding me, it's still the same. I've been a
Mhm.
hard worker. I'm just working 10 times as hard, which is what I'm pretty much used to anyway. So, same thing.
Same thing, and that's actually good
Same
to hear
thing.
because I've always been told. Of course, I know Wilder and things of that nature. One thing that he told me, I'm gonna say when he first became champion. I want to say this was around maybe like the first Ortiz fight, and of course, I know he was sick going into that fight, and he
Hmm.
told me he had to continue to keep training no matter how sick he was. But one thing that stood out to me that he said it's not about what you do to get the belt, it's what you do to retain the belt. So me knowing that and hearing you say that, I've been training 10 times as harder, it lets me know that you're on the right track. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Um,
Matter of fact, me and you had a conversation. You said I'm out here acting crazy with the stuff that I'm doing. So we ain't got to say what I'm doing, but just know you said I'm acting crazy with everything I'm trying to do.
nah, but no, my see, when I say stuff like that, that stuff that it's more so for me to get myself right. That's what I mean. Like, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Like, man, I ain't
Yeah,
doing that. But in the back of my head, I'm like, fuck, I can't let this motherfucker do better than me. I got to go do
hmm,
it too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I told you what I was supposed to be doing tonight. I ain't gonna. I just got home from the gym. I was running.
I got you, boss man. Do your thing. Do your thing. Do your thing.
You know what I mean? So, what I mean? I'm like, damn, he doing this. I gotta go do this too. I can't let you do it, man. Come on, man. You know how it always been. You know how it
I
always
got
been.
you. I
Yeah.
got you.
So yeah. Uh. So my next question is this, man. It's been a lot of curiosity on who you fighting next. My whole thing has been, yeah, he became champion. Let the man relax, enjoy his time, his moment. But everybody want to know what's next. We've been hearing names such as Teofimo Lopez. Um, I actually heard a new name today, and I don't know how much of that is coincidentally, right? But we heard you talk about Teofimo Lopez on ESPN. What's
Hmm.
the insight on that?
I ain't gonna hold you, even with T.O. I don't even know who I'm fighting this. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm just trying to step in the ring. We want the big names for real, for real. So like you seen Jalil Hackett Hill calling me out. Of course, he not a champion just yet, but it will happen one day. So that's a fight I'm looking forward to in the future. Um, the main thing is the old welterweight division is gone. Now it's time for the new welterweights to come in. So Spence and Crawford was the last two of the welterweight division. See, they both moved up to 54. So now it's time for the new blood, and I'm trying to be the top of that. No, I ain't trying. I'm doing.
Yeah, you're definitely doing, man. Nah, I definitely appreciate that, man. And but again, why my thing is this: why would Top Rank say Teofimo Lopez name? And we've constantly over time and time again, maybe for the last past month, we haven't heard Teofimo Lopez say Brian Jr. name at all. But we've heard him say Terrence Crawford name. Do you have any idea what's that about?
I just work here, boss. I don't know nothing. Look, I
And
just
then
that little
it's
TV interview I did on back in June 8th. I just pulled up the show face and stuff like that. Then they just hit me out top. What's up with T.O.? I said, sure, if you want to come up to 47, let's do it. That's all I know. So if you want to fight, let's run it. If you don't, you know what I'm saying? Well, another big name, man. I ain't really waiting for nobody. Once again, I'm the champion. I'm trying to make some stuff happen. I got some more belts to collect.
hold that thought, man. Salute to my brother Carolina Ryder. I told him not to. This is my guy right here though, but I told him not to. I just wanted. I hit him up to let him know that I going back live, getting back
Hmm.
what I need to do and what I want to do. So he was one of the ones that told me I need to go back live. You know what I mean? Start
Yeah.
going back live. So and I'm just letting him know that I'm back. So, but I appreciate it because he definitely didn't have to, but I definitely appreciate that, man, for sure. Salute to you, bro. But to back to what you were saying, because people have hit me up and said that hey, Teofimo Lopez is next. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
and he's in New York talking about talk to negotiate the Tio fight. Well, far as I'm understanding, Tio hasn't said your name. Tio hasn't conducted any business side from his team or anything, has he?
No, nothing, nothing at all. And even when I was in New York, it was like I said, that was just to pretty much show face. I just want to build. So that's all that was for. And regarding negotiations with T.O., I've been seeing a whole bunch of stuff on Twitter saying we going back and forth. And then now he called the fight off because it's not in California or something like that. We was never in negotiations to begin with, as far as I know. I ain't never heard nothing about it. So I don't know what these folks talking about.
Nah, for sure. I appreciate you clearing that up because you know, I try to help people out. People get mad and upset at me, so
Yeah.
but that's a different story. But whatever. With that being said, man, I know this. You got one of your fans inside the building, man. She actually wanted to see you while she was here for the LDBC meet and greet. Shawala Ya. She definitely
Mhm.
she actually got a picture with your father, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But she
Yeah.
she she definitely is a fan of yours, man, and she definitely wanted to see you guys, and hopefully we can make that happen one day. So I
We
just
could
had
definitely make that happen.
nah for sure. I had to put that out there one time. Sports Box TV official. He said salute to the champ.
That my dude.
Okay, for sure. Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. Yes, indeed. Boots, man,
Hmm.
boots. Boots. Well, I'm gonna just say what I know. I know you guys are had some, had sparred before. I know you guys, and I hear your father always say that you got nothing but Bozy, those guys up there. But potentially there has. I mean, you guys are in the 147 position. Both of y'all are champions. Uh, both of y'all got some high skill levels, big high IQ, ring generals,
Hmm.
young, explosive, smart, fast, quick, all the above. Both of y'all guys got the intangibles.
Yeah.
What we doing? What we doing?
Hey, like I keep saying, I'm just here to try to fight for these belts. He got one of the belts, so I'm down to fight him as well. And another thing, why would people mention Boot's name? They try to mention it like they're supposed to just to stop the whole world and just like shut everybody down or something like that. Do y'all not realize that is another human being that live and breathe and got blood in his veins just like y'all? You get what I'm saying? So now, how did he get the way he got? He got there by working hard. So therefore, somebody work harder than him. What do that mean? They're gonna be better than him. So stop trying to mention Boots' name like it just supposed to just shut everybody up and just make them say, no, really, I don't even want to fight them. I can go down to 140 for real, for real. No, I'm a champion. I want to be the best. I'm going to be the best. Therefore, I have to work the hardest to be the best. So
Right.
just like with Boots, just like with, matter of fact, tell Anthony Joshua I'm gonna fight like yesterday. I don't care who I step in the ring with. I'm trying to win. Well, forget I'm trying to win. I'm in here to do damage. I'm here to go to work, and I'm walking out with my hands raised.
Man, I hear you, brother. I definitely hear you on that. Uh I don't know why people, like I say, I feel like both of you guys are fascinating fighters, right? That's first off and foremost. I just don't think that people give it's like this. When you say Boots' name, people act like the world's supposed to stop only when it comes to certain fighters. But when you say Crawford and Boots, oh no, he ain't did nothing to get that fight. Oh no, no,
Mhm.
no, he can't fight him just yet. You say Earl and Boots, well, I mean, what he do to get that fight? But when you say Brian Norman and Boots, oh, that's a good fight. Or you say
I
Stanley
agree.
Owens and Boots, oh, that's a good fight. It's a good fight to only for certain people. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm getting
Mhm.
at? But when it comes to two other names, oh, he ain't did nothing to deserve that fight. And I get what you're
But
saying. So I see it from both aspects.
this my whole thing. Even with that, forget that he deserved to fight and the thing like that. All y'all need to be looking for. Y'all not getting paid. Y'all not anything like that. Y'all thing is to be like the turkey dude. Just want to see good fights. You
Absolutely.
see, would you think Boots will bring a good fight to Crawford? Who would win? We don't know, but we know
Yeah,
for a fact it's gonna be a good fight.
we
Him
know it's gonna
versus
be a good
Spence, we
fight.
know for a fact it's gonna be a good fight. So
Right.
y'all ain't gotta worry about that he deserve whatever. Y'all not our managers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't gotta be
Yeah,
worried about our careers. All y'all gotta worry about is seeing people throw hands. Y'all love seeing knockouts, don't y'all? Y'all love seeing spectacular talent and skills and all that kind of stuff. That's all y'all need to worry about. Stop trying to be our managers. You're not getting paid. You're not doing nothing. Just sit back and push for the best fights that you believe is possible.
I believe so too, man. And speaking of why you said Uncle Turkey name, I've had the pleasure of meeting Turkey on
Hmm.
numerous of occasions. Uh, have you had any type of ordeal, talk to them or spoke with them? Because I do know they kind of wrote retire rank. Haven't had really many times that I've seen them, bob and Turkey talk to me, not talk, but converse many times. But have you had any conversations, or have they contacted you about a potential fight or anything of that nature?
No, not yet, but I know for a fact in the future we will come up with something because he like seeing great fights
Yeah.
and great exciting fights, and you see that's what I bring to the table. So I know for a fact eventually with him coming along with Top Rank, it's bound to happen no matter what.
Yeah. I could dig that. I could dig that, man. And that's actually a superb answer. Although you work with Top Rank, I'm not sure about how your contract is set up or anything, right? But because you're with Top Rank, and I know they have some type of ties with Turkey, do you could you know do you know if you can work with them or what?
Now we all know in this boxing world, no matter what, money talks. So if dude paying Top Rank finna make that happen, you just seen that last card with who was the main event? I forgot who was the main event, but it was the one with Big Baby Miller and what's my dude name? Andy Ruiz fought. I forgot who was the main event, but that whole
Bud.
fight card, it was a whole lot of
That was
different
Bud
people on
Card.
that. Oh yeah, Bud. So it's a lot of people on you know what I'm saying, different sides on that one.
Yeah, for sure. Now you gonna look. I'm just letting you know you're gonna keep getting this question, even though you already went over it. You
Hmm.
know they can play the payback, whatever like that. But you want to know if it's a realistic fight.
You said what?
Is a TL fight realistic?
I mean, he human. It can happen. All he gotta do is just say yeah. We already said yeah. So let's get these numbers together.
Yeah, I've already heard he got trying to get another opponent, but yeah, I wish I had some water right now. I already heard he tried to get another opponent. That's just me, but um, cool. All right, man. Look, you the champion now. So I'm looking at this. You can't see it on the screen, but from on my end, I'm looking at WBO rankings. Um, we said T.O. One of the reasons why we said T.O. because we heard Top Rank said. Of course, we know he, super champion at his weight class, which means he can qualify to come up to fight at your weight classes, which is 147 147. But you got some other people in here. Like I said before, you still got Conor Ben in there, and we also said seeing Conor Ben move up to
In
numbers.
my ranking,
Yeah, yeah, your rank WBO.
what rank he is?
We see, I see Conor Ben at number 7.
We need to make that happen, man. We need to make
Yeah,
that
and
happen.
that's one of the things I was going to ask you because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Um, I'm not sure who else at 147 is on Top Rank. I do see Karen Chikaduzian, who also fights Jerome Boots Ennis.
Mhm.
He's number 3 right now. Um, could that be somebody? And Gayasov, we got Gayasov over here, Sakharim Zykov. I think he's from New Zealand, if I'm not mistaken. But whatever UZB is, I mean UZB. Uh, he's number 1. So which means if you're the champion, right, he's definitely going to be potentially in the fight for an interim, right? Or he's going to be trying to get at you, right? Have you heard anything about Guyasov?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you, I haven't, but I ain't gonna lie to you, I really don't care about the whole ranking system.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoever they throw in the ring with me, all I know is I'm taking their head back to my daddy and I'm going home. I'm going to Waffle House. I need me an all-star special with my waffle, man. That's all I care about.
It's a razor bread
Toasted.
with the butter spread on it.
Got
Yes,
to.
sir. Yes, sir. Well, we know you just, you took care of business with Giovanni Santinian. One of the other fights that Giovanni Santinian had that he stopped this guy who was from Golden Boy was Alexis Roca. Now, Roca has come back and had a fight since then. I believe he has gotten a victory. Uh, what do you see? Do you see a fight with Alexis Roca? And the reason why I'm asking that because I've always been on the defense of, well, hey man, let's bring Top Rank back to Atlanta. Let's bring Brian Norman back to Atlanta. The reason why I say that is one, it's been a very, very long time since we had a champion from Atlanta, Georgia.
Mhm.
It's been a very long time. I mean, nearly 2 decades, I believe it is. Nearly 2 decades. So,
Pretty much.
how does that make you feel being the first champion pretty much since Vernon Forrest? How does that make you feel?
I'm the fourth champion in total. You got Holyfield,
Yeah,
Forrest, and then O'Neal Bell. And then
yeah,
now you got
yeah,
me being the youngest one. So
right.
it's a very great feeling. I'm solidified in the history books regarding boxing because WBO champion of the world, but also I'm solidified in straight right here out of GA, fourth
Which
world
means you
champion,
automatically go down in Georgia history in
big
sports.
time. Yeah,
Yeah,
big time.
that's got to be phenomenal, man. Because and the reason why I say that is because I've watched you. You know, I've watched you and sparred you since you was 15 years old. To see that damn near what 9 years, 10 years later, that's
Yeah.
phenomenal. That's phenomenal, man. And I gotta give you your flowers while you're alive now, because again,
Oh
like I
man,
said
I'm
before,
getting old, man. I'm getting old, man. Give me my flowers while I'm here. I
nah,
think
man,
my
you're
heart
still
skipped a
young.
beat.
You're still young. But the reason why I say that is because again, man, I mean, that's for me, that's huge. People
Yeah.
don't talk about boxing in Georgia, or they talk about Georgia fighters.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind
They
of looked
really,
down upon. Like, oh, they ain't
yeah,
got no
they,
fighters down there.
yeah, they say we soft for real.
Yeah, yeah. So again, like I said, how does it make you feel knowing that those type of odds are stacked against you? Not because you want a belt, but how do you feel because those odds are stacked against you and you made it?
I'm fighting for Georgia, plain and simple.
Yeah,
So I put everybody on my back real quick. I'm taking all y'all in the ring with me. If I got y'all behind me, we can't lose.
yeah, for sure. No, that's definitely that's a fact. And I've definitely been seeing everybody in the state of Georgia, um, and Southeast, not just the state of Georgia, just Southeast. I've been seeing everybody give you a lot of praise. Going into your next fight, right? Going into your next fight. One thing I did notice about your last fight is that you got away from Atlanta. You got away from Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
How much did that play a part in your last fight?
It played a big part because it made me real irritated, and I got homesick after 2 days. But yeah, I still had to thug out a whole month out there in Texas and stuff like that. But so it literally made me focus on nothing but throwing them things
Yeah,
consistently, eating right consistently. You know what I'm saying? Just being 100% on point. You know what I'm saying? I got my daddy right there with me, so he ain't let me slip up 1%. So the whole time I couldn't lose that night. I was so usually in my fights I come in all, uppity, all energized, mad, all that kind of stuff. But this time I was kind of worried because how calm and cool I was. But then I started thinking, I'm only calm and cool because I know for a fact I literally did everything possible for this fight. So why be ain't seeing anything? Just go in there and do what you've been doing for this whole month. Just put everything together.
absolutely. Now, before I get back to ask you questions, these two names, these two
Yeah.
names, do you see those two names being possibles at 147?
See, I want to say yeah, because what I'm saying, we all got some belts, but I heard they trying to fight each other right now. No, I think I did hear that before. I think I did. And they might be trying to fight each other, they both with PBC or at
Yeah,
least represented by PBC or whatever. 'Cause I heard Stanionis might not be whatever the case may be, but I heard they trying to fight each other.
yeah, that's tough, man. That's tough. I actually got to do some more digging to see who all is on top rank. Uh, oh, that's my
You
guy
got
right there.
you got
Yeah,
Josh Taylor who might be moving up.
Josh Taylor. Now that'll be a decent fight. He won't be as drawn out, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I see you stopping Josh Taylor. I know he's a crafty southpaw, but one thing I know
Mhm.
about you and southpaws, they don't last.
I love him.
That's one thing I do know. I've been knowing that for a very long time.
Yeah.
Um, Now going back to this question, of course, I asked you about the history, your history being in the record books of Georgia, right? But now I want to talk to and just indulge in a little bit on the process of what you go through to the fights, because I've heard a lot of criticism coming from Timothy Bradley. Not trying to put you
Mhm.
against Timothy Bradley, anything of that nature. I've seen him, obviously, your dad and Timothy about to squabble. What is that about? Does Timothy has something against you, or does he have something against your dad? Like, what is that about? Because I can't lie to you. Sometimes Timothy is on point, and sometimes he isn't. Personally, I know that my brother, I know my older brother, he actually knows Timothy Bradley. And one thing he
Mhm.
always told me about Timothy Bradley is he ain't one of us. meaning that he gonna give you those subpar answers, and he's the type of guy who thinks that he always right. So I just want to always ask you, and I never asked you this person. I just wanted to ask you, like, what is that about?
I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what's up with Tim. I guess he don't like seeing young black men eat. I don't know what the case may be, but like you said, your boy said he may not be like us. He may be for the other man, not the brother man. But
Right.
as long as I keep on winning to get my hands raised, no matter what he say, it don't matter.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. It's just it's kind of concerning because it was it was a point in the fight when you fight Centillion. He was like, sometimes Brian Norman's just fall asleep at the wheel, and then I think Centillion threw an uppercut. Although he threw an uppercut, but it missed you. It
Yeah.
missed you. And he said something between the lines like, "See, that's what I'm talking about right there." And I'm like, "What?" Like it kind of threw me off. You know what I mean? I'm like, "Damn, is he
Yeah.
looking for something?" But when I go back now, despite what I say, he's made it to the Hall of Fame or whatever the case may be.
Hmm.
But we all know what happened in the Pacquiao fights. We all know that. We know that he didn't win the first fight. These are things that we know, right? But when I see him talk about different fighters, even when he talk about Shakur, I've always known Timothy Bradley to go forward and get hit inside the head. When he
Hmm.
talk about you guys' defense, I always ask myself, well, what defense did he have?
But now you got me thinking. So what if he's saying all this because he done got popped upside the heads one too many times, and now he got that CTE, and he know what I'm saying, he just taking it out on us. Know what I'm saying? So he may be trying to just help us out. Maybe it could be that, but he don't know how to do it in such a positive manner that he look like a hater while he doing it. That's
Right.
what it may be.
Right. Well, I do know that he was taking pills. I do know that my brother told me he was taking pills for that, as well. So I don't know.
Oh, so he
Uh,
really did have something wrong with him?
Yeah, 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 yeah. He did. He did. I know for a fact that he was taking pills. But again, man, I just, like I said before, I just find that a little bit disrespectful. You know what I mean? A little bit disrespectful. It's not just it's not just you. You know what I mean? It's not just you. It's a couple other fighters. I'm like, damn, this man really just had a great fight. Like I said before, when I see fights, the normal casual fan, right? And I hate using the word casual. They only see two. They only see two guys moving around. They
Yeah.
can't tell you who winning the fight or not. You know what I mean? They can't tell you that. But if you listen to Tim Bradley and you're watching the fight and you're a casual fan, you don't know what the fuck
He
you're looking
painting
at.
his own. He painting the pictures in
Right.
your head.
Right. So
Plain and
that's
simple.
right, and that's kind of what I mean, and that's why I mean was messed up. And I'm not trying to bash him or anything of that nature. I'm just putting it in the perspective of how I see things towards the normal eye. Right, so I'm glad
Hmm.
we got that out of the way because I real deal did think something that was going on. We seen your dad about to squabble, him and Bradley getting ready to get together and mix it up. And I don't think Bradley want to do that, man. I'm just being honest. I don't think he
You
want to do
can't
that.
mess with a Norman, man.
Nah, for sure, for sure, for sure. Man, I also want to ask you this. Being the WBO champion, right? Being WBO champion, are you willing to go outside of the networks? Because again, we at Top Rank, for whatever reason, they like to keep things in-house, just like not just Top Rank, but other entities as well, other business companies as well. Are you willing to go outside? Or are you allowed? No.
I'm signed with Top Rank and all of that kind of stuff. Of course, I'm willing to go outside and fight whoever the case may be. But like you said, they like keep stuff in house. But like I said with Turkey, money talks. So even though I may want to, Top Rank may not approve it. But if they paying enough money, Top Rank go, what I'm saying, slide me up over there real quick.
So we got some trolls in here. We got this person who's definitely not Sebastian Fundora. He said, "Stop ducking Boca Chica. He dropped you, and he was going to stop you." Now, here's the thing about that. Yeah, you dropped. It was more of a flash knockdown, and I think I told you that it was more of you not being
Don't
responsible.
worry about it, Tay. How about this? Yeah, the dude dropped me and everything. He did his little thug whiz up in the first round. But if you remember, I was up before I even hit the ground. If you remember, the second round when I came back, I was already right back on him. I wasn't hurt at all. It was just a flash knockdown. I came in too cocky. I'm a man. I take my L's real quick. I was being stupid. I learned from it. I was being too cocky. Literally 2 seconds later, the next round started. I was back on him. Third round started. I was back on him. Luckily for him, we couldn't keep going. But y'all seen he was finna get stopped.
Yeah, no, for sure. So with that being said, I'm glad that you said that. So now, I just pretty much made it to where they can't come back. And and if they do try to come back, I got something else in place as well. But they're gone. I don't do the disrespectful and stuff like that. I don't do that. I don't care who you are. You can be shit. You can be my little sister. You know what I mean? You got some disrespectful shit to say. I'm not gonna let you say that.
Hold up, hold up. Also, cause he said I was ducking him because I'm not trying to rematch him. I forgot to even say anything about that. So before the Giovanni fight, we was
Mm-hmm.
about to do a rematch with Boca Chica, so we wasn't
Yep.
scared. Matter of fact, the June 8th fight with Xander and Shushu, it was gonna be
Yep.
on
I
that
remember.
card.
I
It was gonna
remember.
be on that card. But why would I fight that guy? Of course, I want my get back, even still to this day.
Oh, I know.
And
That's
I
and the
gotta,
crazy part about it. I know you do. So that's why I'm
yeah,
I'm really like inside. I'm laughing up here.
yeah. But now y'all tell me for a second. Would you go back for that dude that you ain't finna get that much money with and anything like that? Or go for the number one spot where you finna change your whole life? You got a whole belt right there. Now, at this point, I gotta put my pride to the side. I want that number one spot. I want that belt. Now, do I still want to fight Boca Chica? Yes, still to this day I want to. But now, since I'm a champion, it can't be that simple as let's fight. Okay, let's do it. No, you gotta do the. They said something about the whole top 10 rankings or something like that.
Right.
But if he can get on up there, trust and believe, I'm trying to make that happen.
No, for sure. I mean, I know that you are, and I actually know what's going on. But again, sometimes you're gonna get people that come in and try to disrupt what you got going on, and that's why it's this button, right? It's this button that's called block, and they gotta eat that. You know what I mean? And then there's also this other button called that you can't come back again. So, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I really don't worry about what those type of people say. But one thing I will say is that I know that you want a rematch, Boba Chico. Actually, when I called you and talked to you about that fight, that was one of the things that you told me that you wanted to get that rematch in.
Hmm.
So hey, we're gonna let people do what they do. They can talk all they want to, but if they don't know the truth, they probably, even if they don't want to know the truth, they know that now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
When it
my
came,
whole thing is I just want to fight the best. That's all it is. So I don't want to fight no names. Just think about the general public. Who know give me a name that's in the top 10 that you were just saying. Even Karen. Don't nobody really know Karen besides the fact that he fought Boots, anything like that. I want any of one of those three belts or a big name, like you said, Tio, Ryan Garcia if he come up to 47, Devin Haney if he come up to 47, any of those big names, that's who I want. I want either a big name or a belt. That's all I'm looking for.
right? No, I definitely understand that, man. Um, okay. I've been seeing a lot of people say Devin Haney.
Hmm. Well, I just answered your question on that one.
Oh, okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure because I know you said somebody. I heard you. You know what I mean? I just wanted to make sure. You know what I mean? I really wanted to make sure.
Like I
Uh,
said, if anybody step in the ring with me, I'm coming in to do damage.
right.
And nobody is no different.
Okay. All right. Cool. 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 Um, what about what's my guy name? Uh, these are other guys you got in that, and I'm going down the list. Like I've already said, Alexis Roker.
But
Um,
the rankings,
Yeah, yeah. I'm just calling some more names out just so people get familiarized of looking at these rankings because to me it does matter. That's how a lot of these fights are set up. You got Santiago Dominguez, you got Lewis Crocker. Those guys are towards down the top, towards down towards 13, 14, 15, 11, so forth,
y'all
so
gonna
on.
say I never heard of them a day in my life, shoulder.
Right, 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 right. And most noticeable name for me, and I actually got to go back and look at and see who was on top rank. But I see guys there like a guy yourself. I said his name. Of course, we know of Karen because of Jerron Bruce Ennis. We know that Me personally, I feel like that can be a fight simply because Jerron Boots and now Karen is. I think he's also Jerron Boots in his mandatory, but it's going to be
Mhm.
interesting because Conor Ben just moved up to number 4 in WBA, and I think that's a bigger fight for him. So that way he don't have to rematch Karen.
But also, I really wouldn't. If I was him, I wouldn't even rematch Karen simply because it wasn't even a competitive fight. He clearly won the fight. Now, of course, you could say y'all seen some flaws in Boots in that fight, but he pretty much 12 0'd him the whole. I think it was 12 rounds, but he won every round of the fight. So it's not no rematch worthy opponent for that.
I get that all the time, man. Everybody
Oh
say, man,
yeah,
y'all sound alike.
yeah.
I'm just saying, man.
Two boys from the south, man.
I'll tell you, just two boys from the South, man. That's all it is, man. You know, that's all it is. Um, Going forward, man, how do you look to adapt to being champion from inside the ring and of course publicly? Like I say, if you ask me, since they announced that you've been to been elevated to WBO champion, right? They have been, man, your name been hot.
Hmm.
YouTube, I've been seeing you on different platforms. How is that going to translate? I mean, do you just keep everything the same, or do you have to open up, show your personality a little bit more, or what do you have to do to hit that mainstream?
Keep being myself. You know what I'm saying? Authenticity is everything. Then me as a person, as a my personality as is what's gonna capture the folks anyway. So I ain't gotta switch nothing up. Just put the camera on me and watch me work.
One last question, and I never asked you this before. You pretty much had to. I'm not gonna say you had to prove anything to anybody because I don't feel that you had to prove anything to anybody. But what do you say to the people who was almost trying to kind of write you off because of the performances that you had?
Look at me
And
now.
I'm gonna let you answer, and I want to say something after that.
Plain and simple. Look at me now. That's all I got to say. I'm champion. I
Great
don't care
answer.
what I don't care what you say. Giovanni just beat Alexis Rocha, another great fighter as is, and you seen what he did to Alexis Rocha, and I did the exact same thing to him. So Alexis Rocha is a bad man. So Giovanni is the better man, and therefore I did Giovanni the worst way. So therefore I'm the baddest man. So what that supposed to mean?
Absolutely, absolutely. I want to say this, and I know, and you probably won't mind me saying this, but I talk to you often. I talk to you a lot. But one thing I want to add to that is, from my knowledge and for what I know, whatever top rank through to you, you've always accepted and you always wanted the hardest fight since coming over to top rank. I want to say that you took the hardest and best name that was available. I'm quite sure, and I know
Each
for a
time.
fact that you
E-
said again
I said each time.
each time, and I know you took the best opponent that they can give you each and every time. So for the people who didn't believe that you was gonna win that fight, because I mean, listen, I listen to Twitter. Sometimes I say something, sometimes I don't. Of course, that's where a lot of fight fans flee to and talk about. And I've been seeing people, man. I think Centennial, he did it, he did this, da da da. I'm like, ooh, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know what
look,
you're
look,
talking about.
look. I remember before the fight, they said if he want to, he can box me. If he want to, he can just counter me all day. If he want to, he can just dog walk me. Whatever he want to do, he can just do that. He faster than me. He hit harder than me. He got a better chin than me. He tougher than me. I gas out. They said all of that, but what happened in the fight? And now people, I still see people not giving no credit for that fight or whatever. Saying Tillian was just lucky when he beat Rocha and all that kind of stuff, and I'm lucky just to beat him. Hey, it's a crazy world out here, ain't it?
Like Tip said,
Y'all can't accept the truth. That's what it is.
like
Y'all must not like my accent. Y'all don't like how I carry myself. What is it? Is it because I'm light skinned? Is it because I'm black? What is it? Be real
now
with
that reminds me of what Ti said. Tell all the haters I'm back. What's up? Nah, but hey man, you got Shawala y'all, man. She said, I would love for you to beat the brakes and rotors off of Ryan Garcia.
I want that fight real bad. Just because I don't like how they just straight clown Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? All this man did was just try to work work as hard as possible, live his dream, you know what I'm saying? And then
Right.
this dude come in 3 pounds overweight on some steroids and all of that. And everybody look at Devin Haney as the bad guy. So simply because what how y'all clowning my black brother over there, I want Ryan Garcia.
Absolutely, man. And I have no problem with that, man. Me personally, I feel some type of way because when I look at you and I look at Haney, I see a comparison not between the styles, not boxing related, but
Father
I
and
see it
son.
father and son. It's a big comparison. Your dad, ever since I've known him, he don't give a fuck who you are. When it comes to you, he's about that. And it's been the same way with Bill Haney as well. You know, he don't give a fuck who you are. He's about his son. And I'm going forward to say this. It's been the same thing with Teofimo Lopez as well. People can say what they want to say about Tio, and things of the nature. But when you got that father-son connection, we've seen it
Mhm.
time and time in boxing. Hell, even Timothy Bradley and his father, right? But when you
Yeah.
got that connection, man, listen, when you got that connection, I see the resemblance. And I see the hate that this man has received because of his father.
Hmm.
Because of his father. And I'm
But
starting to
hold
see
up,
now.
wait.
Mhm.
My whole thing, even with that, with his father and everything like that, look at what his dad is trying to do for real. He's just trying to promote.
That's
So
it.
what does promotion do? It make y'all want to watch him. It make y'all want to pay more money. Know what that money do? That's generational wealth, right then and there. That's paying for
Absolutely.
the whole family and everything like that. At the end of the day, since y'all want to be our managers, what he doing is the best thing possible. He promote the fight. He getting money. You get what I'm saying? So if y'all want to be the managers, promoters, y'all need to be supporting Bill Haney. Y'all need to be supporting my daddy. Y'all need to be supporting T.O. daddy. All these Boots daddy. All these daddies out here. Y'all need to be supporting them.
Right. My man Stormy B man said, I said Robert Garcia is a very good coach, but Pride got Centennial's ass whooped. He should have stopped it a round or so earlier. What do you think?
I agree. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think I broke his nose in that round, the ninth round. So I think yeah, they should have stopped it then. And then the ninth round, I could have stopped him in that round, but I just wanted to bask and let the whole crowd just look at what I can do right now, and so I could shut all y'all up real quick. So I think they should have stopped it in that round though.
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I seen the first round, and I know that Centennial normally charges forward and come forward as a pressure
Mhm.
fighter. But once he felt some of that gas, he was retreating, and I knew then. I said, "Yeah, this gonna be a long night for him." I knew then this was gonna be a long night because the first punch, I believe it was a right hook, and he's like, "Holy shit!" Now you could just you could just tell from the eyes, the way he
Yeah,
looked. He was like, "Oh shit!" Like,
yeah, you went for one, boy.
right. So definitely. Coach Z, that's Coach Z.
I
Yeah,
know, I
he
know,
said,
boy, Tyler.
yeah, that's Zeke right there. Zeke say, hell no, that KO was epic. It helped Brian get more fans, and it did, man. That
I
KO
know,
one,
it definitely did, but
yeah, nah, for sure.
to save his fighter, he should have did that.
Yeah, yeah, it did, man, it did, and I'll tell you that off air, but yeah, for sure. Exactly what Sensei said. I knew it. Salute Brian for sure, absolutely. So he broke his nose, yeah. So they can't handle the truth. Queen 71, what's going on with you? Dank Father. Haney versus Norman, a great fight. I like it. Okay. All right. Yeah. Um, man, I ain't gonna hold you much
Let
longer.
us young black brothers make some money together. Let's do it.
Yeah, man. I actually got the word on Devin Haney. I know
Yeah.
who he's fighting next. Uh, I did hear potentially that he wanted to get the fight between you and T.O., but as I've stated before, T.O. is looking for another fight outside of the name Brian Norman Jr. And hopefully, if everything work out, we can possibly see maybe those two link it and hit it off. I don't, I know, but I don't really want to say. But maybe we can see those two hit it off. Maybe one of those guys will jump up to 47. But if not, man, I believe right now 47 is still in good hands with you and Boots in it, and of course, your counterpart with Jaleel Hackett moving up as well. I believe he'll get there. I, I'm not so sure if he'll become champion so soon. That's my take. Um,
I feel like Metro can make it happen.
I feel like Matchroom can too, but from what I saw with Peter Dobson, he had a great fight, right? Most people would say Peter Dobson came and what's the word? Came and tried
Survive.
to survive, but
Yeah.
a person who's trying to survive and who should be beating the brakes off somebody for them to look the way they look after the fight wasn't very telling. It was telling the
Hmm.
opposite way. So it was like, did he really come to survive, or is it that you couldn't handle how smart he was inside the ring?
Yeah.
That was my observation. So I don't know, but I do like the young kid, the young brother. And another thing is, I actually believe that he may not even make it to be a champion at 147 because I believe he's he's draining himself to make the weight. I mean, if you saw him before that fight, how he looked, and we've seen time and time again how Devin Haney looked like a skeleton on the scale at 40 or 35.
Hmm.
That's exactly how it looked. He looked like he was sick. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I've seen the brother in person, but that was back in 2019. That was back in 2019 when I seen Jaleel. 2018. Was it 2018? 20, 20 shit, I don't know. It was one of them. But I remember that I saw him personally here in Atlanta at Tank Fight. And thick size kid, thick size kid. I know you two already have had some sparring together before, but that was like 4 years ago. Um, so yeah, for sure, man.
Dang, time be flying. 4 years.
Yeah, it's been about 4 years because that was no, yeah, because that was 2020. That was during the
I'm getting,
pandemic when y'all sparred.
I'm getting old, man.
Hey man, thank Father say, Brian, stay vigilant, man. Cause top rank want to take the belt off you. Stay hungry, young king.
I know how the game go, but if I knock somebody's head off, that don't mean nothing. The judge can't
Absolutely.
save them then.
Absolutely. Oh, and I'm glad people like Dane Father does acknowledge that. I know that you acknowledge that. I know what you're doing right now. I know what you're doing outside, and you're doing everything to retain the belt. You see what I'm saying? So, and I appreciate people like Dane Father giving you that word of encouragement. No matter how big we are or what we become in life, we do need somebody to remind us to stay dangerous. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, man, that's all I got for you, man. And just want to say congratulations on becoming WBO champion, man. It did take if you ask me, a little time to get the belt. I feel like somebody was holding up a division, but I'm not gonna keep going there. But it is what
It's
it is,
all
man.
cool, man. It's all cool.
Yeah, for sure, it's all good, man. And hopefully we see you back in the ring sometime, man. I don't know when or what they're thinking about doing, but I would definitely love to see you back in the ring sooner than later.
And hopefully I can get one in before the year is over. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I see what I see what certain people. There it is. Okay. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got the diamonds, the medallions in the belt too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. If I was you, man, I'll just go walk down the street. Then I'll go walk in Walmart with it on, man. I'll go walk in the mall with it on. I'll go downtown and walk with it on. I'll go to the Coca-Cola factory. I'll go everywhere with my belt. I'll go walk Stone Mountain with my belt.
For real.
I ain't lying.
I
I
use it
would.
as a weight
That's
vest.
just me.
Use it as a weight vest. Got a little weight
Oh,
on it too.
oh yeah, yeah. Woo wee. Yeah, that thing pretty right
That's
there,
gonna
man.
pretty thing up.
I'm talking about I'll sleep right next to
Hey, I did the first night. I ain't gonna hold you.
it. Yeah, man, that's what's up, man. Thanks for showing that off to the people as well, man. Again, you deserve it. You deserve the flowers, everything that you got coming. Continue to stay dangerous. Continue to work out hard, and I know what you're doing behind the closed doors. And of course, people are definitely going to be looking to more of your fights. It did look, kind of rough for a minute because, of course, everybody was used to hearing about the sparring, the knockouts, and things of that nature. And at the right moment, it came to fruition, and you showed everybody what you was about. Now, abruptly, the fans are now back on your side, man. And again, it's not about what you do to get the belt; it's what you to do to keep the belt. So we'll be looking forward to you, man. I just want to say I appreciate you.
I appreciate you and my manager Jolene Bazone. She was real tight with Pernell Whitaker, and he said the same thing pretty much. It's a lot easier to win the belt. It's a lot harder to defend it. The reason why is now everybody looking directly at you.
That
So
is.
even though I may not know people in my top 10 WBO rankings, I know for a fact that y'all gunning strictly for me. Even
They all
people
gunning for you.
yeah, even people outside of my records, I used to even with Jaleel Hackett, I feel like everybody looking at me as the young gun, as the weakest link and things of that nature. Like they can just, pick at me or whatever, get their little quick belt and continue with their career. But what they don't know is this little Southern kid got a mean chip on his shoulder. I just
Mm-hmm.
want y'all to know that. And of course, I got all these people on my side now, but I ain't gonna forget how it just was 2 seconds ago. So I'm still out here to knock people heads off, including y'all that's trying to step up.
Absolutely, man. We definitely appreciate you, man.
Mhm.
Have a good night, champ. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, boss man.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that was the WBO newly crowned WBO champion Brian Oman Jr. Man, man. Listen, uh, you guys got to understand, right? You guys got to understand. I've been knowing. I can't call him a kid. Can't call him a kid because he's no longer a kid. I've been knowing that young man since he was 15 years old. I've been knowing that young man since he was 15 years old. I first sparred him when he was 15 years old. The very first time we sparred, I can only throw jabs. My Coach Lopez at that time, raised in peace to Coach Lopez, who's Najee Lopez and Hakim Lopez's father. Najee Lopez, you guys, he's been on here before, but he's in Edgar Berlanga camp, and he also has been on Pro Box. So you've seen Najee Lopez fight before, right? But his father was my coach. At that time, Brian Norman Sr., Brian Norman Jr., Coach Lopez, we all of us in the same gym. And they made us spar, but I could only throw jabs because he was young. But the first time that Brian Norman hit me, I said, oh shit, he's not 15. That's what I said. I said, man, he ain't no goddamn 15. At 15 years old, I promise you, I had already sparred guys who's been pro, right? Former champions and things of that nature. By the time I sparred Brian Norman Jr., he was probably the hardest puncher I've been in the ring with outside of Deontay Wilder at the time he was 15 years old. That's no lie. That's no lie. The only person who ever made me, see shit in the mix of things with Deontay Wilder, and that was back in 2011, 2010, somewhere along in there. Up until then, I hadn't really faced anybody or sparred anybody who can really punch. But the first time I sparred Brian Norman when he was 15 years old, I knew that this kid was going to be special. The kid hit me with, I was like, hell no. I'm going to tell you this. I can only throw jabs, but when he hit me so hard that I wanted to actually fight him back. And when I tried to fight him back, my coach was like, no, 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 no. You can only throw jabs. And I'm like, you only want me to throw jabs and this motherfucker knocking my shit loose? No, 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 no. Not going to happen. But we continue to spar. And then I also got to say this. As time grew along, of course, like Brian Norman's like a little brother to me, right? As time went on, I watched him develop. I remember in the amateurs when he couldn't get a fight because nobody would fight him. That's one of the reasons why he went pro. I think Brian Norman Jr. went pro at 17, I believe it was, or 16 and a half, 17, something like that, right? The thing about it was this. When it was time to spar, I didn't have to go look for sparring because I had one guy right there who was going to spar and who can go numerous rounds, which is Brian Norman Jr. Anytime somebody came in our gym to spar, I already knew that Brian Norman was going to either stop him, hurt him, or knock him out. So a lot of times when I used to walk into the gym and I see Brian Norman sparring, I used to automatically go ahead and put my shit on because I knew that I was going to have to finish up the rounds because they wasn't going to make it. That's for sure. That's how I knew that this guy was special. I've watched Brian Norman spar pros when he was 16 years old, 17 years old, and stop them. I've watched Brian Norman Jr. do these things. I've watched him go to amateur fights and run through the whole section quickly. We're not talking about a fight this day, a fight that day, a fight this day. We're talking about, hey, knockout, 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 for sure. So I the things that I know that this guy can do, this man can do, you guys only have seen half of it. When I was telling people to just be patient with him, um, because he had some surgeries, since coming to Top Rank. He has had, 2 different long layoffs since coming to Top Rank. Only thing I kept saying is, hey, be patient. It's coming. He's still young, right? Brian Norman didn't have the opportunity as some of these other guys on Top Rank had, as far as you're going to fight this day, you're going to fight that day, you're going to fight this day, you're going to fight that day. And then give him a hard fight, he's a pay fast for flying colors. One thing that I want to tell you guys is this, and I actually shared it with you guys speaking to Brian Norman. I know for a fact Brian Norman, one of the best and hardest names possible each and every last fight that he's had with Top Rank. The best names that they can find at that time to move him up the ladder. He's fought each and every last one of them. Some fights he came out and looked explosive. Even when he fought the kid who everybody thought that was going to beat him out in Vegas. Even though he made it a rough, tough fight, ugly fight, Brian Norman still won every round, right? The Boa Chica fight. Boa Chica clipped him in the first round. Brian Norman got up. He actually hurt Boa Chica in the second round. And trust me, Boa Chica threw an elbow for a reason, because he knew that he just got cracked with that left hook and down there took his jaw off. And I saw that with my own eyes. Yes, we had people come in here and try to disrupt what we had going on today, to talk their shit. But again, I know what I saw, and I saw Boa Chica hurt. Boa Chica still can get the work. He can still, and trust me, Brian Norman still wants that rematch. Boa Chica may just have to do a little work to come on up. There's nothing wrong with that. Boa Chica, come on, go get, fight who you need to fight. Come on up so you can get that rematch. Because it doesn't make no sense for Brian Norman now, who's the champion, to go back down and fight for less money. It don't make business sense. If you think that Brian Norman's scared of Boa Chica, you got to be the absolutely complete fucking fool. Right? You got to be a complete fucking fool. But again, like I said before, he's also the 4th champion from Atlanta, Georgia. Vernon Forrest. I forget the other guy he just said, and of course, Evander Holyfield. We haven't had a champion here in a long time, man. And now people are starting to recognize, hey, man, you know Brian Norman? Do I know Brian Norman? No. Do you know Brian Norman? He's one of those guys, man. And I just appreciate everybody, because Brian Norman, if you've been over here, you know Brian Norman has been over here since day one. You know that. You know that. Jerry Green, what's good with you? Say, well, hello, world. What's up with you, man? What's going on, big dog? Joseph Townsend in the building. Say, hello, world. What's good? ATL Unanimous Boxing Sports. Tay, salute, family. It was cool meeting you, fam. Shit, bro. It was cool meeting you as well. You know what's going on. Coach 76 Sports. This weekend was epic. Salute to the family, and y'all have a blessed night, man. Same to you, good brother, for sure. Champion Hard in the building was good with it. Jose Diaz says, gift. Some people just got it. Yes, and Brian Norman is one of those guys who just got it. I'm telling you, I've been around for a very long time. I know what this man can do, and it ain't too much what he can't do. It ain't too much of what he can't do. It's a whole lot what he can do. And I think you guys are in for a treat as him being your WBO champion, because there's so much that he can do that I've witnessed. And I hope that he gets a chance to exhibit that. Say, I do agree. That's a KO of the year. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think that was one of the KOs of the year as well. It's been some brutal knockouts this year. And hopefully, that stands as one as well. Yeah. Say, And despite what 78 say, Tate isn't a weight bully. Man, I appreciate that, man, for sure, man. Yeah. Nah, you know, I got a little weight on me right now, but it's coming off, man. But with that being said, man, I'm out, man. I definitely appreciate everybody rocking with me, man, for sure. I definitely will be back probably about Saturday. You know, I've been back to back. This is my third time going live this week. So I'll probably be back about Saturday. And of course, we got a fight week this weekend as well. So we got a couple fights taking place. Not too much action this week. We got some fights coming up. It's some fights being made. But with that being said, man, that's my time for the day, man. Y'all have a blessed night. With that being said, I'm out. Love, peace, happiness, and hello, world.
Before the paper, I knew they would say, and I knew by the looks on their faces. Niggas mad cause I did what they wouldn't do, say what I couldn't do. Look, bitch, I made it. I made it. Came a long way from the basement. Body on me, I ain't playing, y'all. These niggas ain't playing fair. If I would've known better, I'd do better. Took some mess and I learned from a new level. Bought some new shovels and some new stressors. And I'm ready for war like whoever. They counted me out, I can't count it all. Cause little nigga, I ball. I put them points on the board every time that I shoot, I'ma score, and you know I'm a dog. I'm really appalled, don't need no applause. I know I'm a legend, my name on the wall. First record with platinum, my second with gold. Did it independent, no deal at all. And they said it's impossible. Got them high cause I did them without them though. I'm the same nigga slept on the carpet floor. Even back then I knew that I'd be poppin', so I really ain't trippin'. I swear I ain't trippin'. I got in my feelings and got me a million. Couple people I thought would be with me, but they not, so it's fuck all them niggas. And then you next.